Well, whoops, I don't think that's actually, there we go. Welcome, good evening. My name is Dave. I'm a woodturner. If you don't know me yet, I started this channel to become a better teacher and a better demonstrator to help turners of all ages become better turners, improve their tool skills, all that, and at the same time, becoming a better turner myself as I go along. So thanks for joining me. I think I will turn this dude off for a second, or at least unscrew it. There we go. Let's double check this guy. It looks pretty good. Do a little bit of adjustment on that. All right. So this will be kind of nice for me. I haven't turned anything since last Wednesday, actually. I've been working on all the pieces and parts and getting things all together. So I have a few of the holiday ornaments to show, and I think I will do that now. Well, sorry, I've got an advertisement here on top of my chat box. There we go. From the Twitch platform itself, and I couldn't, I had to figure out how to clear it. Okay, so I will start with this. I think they, I can't remember what they call these particular urchins, doggone it. But that is one finished one. This one had 3 parts to it. It had the cap, the finial, and then the collar. Actually, all 3 of these urchin ornaments have that feature. Let's see, maybe if I hold it up in front of this jacket, be a little easier to see. So this is another 3-parter sea urchin. This one I painted using black acrylic, but a more of a wash. Really, it was kind of hard to do with with black and not have it turn out gray, but all of the wood grain is still very visible. This one I did with a purple acrylic because I thought it matched the colors of the shell, or was hoping anyway that it would match the colors of the shell pretty nicely. So this is a 3-parter. Here is one of the wood turned ornaments, and let's see, what did I do with this? What did I do with this? I dry brushed this guy. So it's got, and I wish, let me turn this off. Maybe that will help a little bit. Not such a glare. Still got a little bit of glare, but there's that guy. And then the final one, this one was finished with a furniture crayon, so to speak. And I think that the light kind of really makes it get a little washed out, unfortunately. But it is a very, very nice, almost gala apple red, really. It's very nice. So I'm going to put these away, and then I'll be right back. These, again, were turned, at least the finials anyway, were turned last week. And I was able to, at least in a couple evenings, do a little bit of work on finishing these. So I'll be right back. Please enjoy the music. Whoops, I think I will grab my water as well. Okay, quick drink and we'll jump right into it. So I have this, let's see, I think I can sit, nope, I can't, I'll just set it right there. I have this piece of Purple Heart. Let's put this down a little bit. Now is when I might actually need those lights back. Somehow or another, I've kind of knocked my camera on a little bit, so it's not quite straight. Let's get at least in the middle of the the middle of the screen. Oh, and I do need to move that hose. There. And let me make sure that I've got this kind of centered. I think that, let's see, the piece would be right here. Yeah, that'd be centered. All right, all that so that I can cover my keyboard back up. Okay, so let's grab our centers. Drive center and live center and tailstock. So I've got this piece of oh, my ruler's right there, Purple Heart, and I think it's 2. Yep, 2 by 4. 2 by 4 1/4. And I have another piece of Purple Heart that is 1 3/4 inches square. And I thought about doing a bowl with this, but then I thought, nah, let's do something else. So let me see. Let me grab. So what I did was I sawed off 2 opposite corners. And I'm going to draw myself some lines here so I can find my center point to set this point for my live and drive center points to hold on to, or at least mate with. Doggone it. That's a bummer. Need that light. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. So we'll do it right there. So that'll be pretty close. Go to this one. Go here. All right, let's see if I can see those little scratches. Guess not. I'm going to try a pencil now. Yeah. So we got that one. There we are. Let's make sure we got that one sunk in. So I'm going to start with that off kilter, I think. I'm like forming this in my head as I go, with a little bit of thought of how it might look in my head. Okay, so that's close. All right, so if I take this, there's my ruler, there it is, to there, then I would have So I'm looking for the widest part because I think I'm going to make, I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to make a box out of this. So let's get this guy secure and let's kind of play around with shapes, shall we? It's been, as I said, about a week since I have turned anything. I've been working on putting finish on projects that were turned in the last couple of weeks, and among other things. So today I think I'm just going to let the wood figure it out. How's that? It's a little high. Okay, so that will clear and that will clear, but let's see. I think I want to have this go halfway in there, this one go halfway in there. So I think then I need to, no, I still need to be straight. Okay, if I am here, my tool, I can take little chips out of it, work that way. But I might as well do it this way. Okay, that's going to clear, and that's going to clear. Groovy. All right. Oops, blow off the glasses here. Let's see what we get. So where am I at? 800? You know, I could do that. Let's see what that looks like. I'll follow this curve that I see in the shadow up here. What does that do for me? Well, that will give me a wing going this way, and a wing going this way, and then on the other side, the same thing. So, that will clear, that will clear. See how this works. I'm getting a little bit of tear out there from the unsupported grain. So if I cut from the other direction as well, maybe that will resolve some of that. Yep, a little bit. Okay, let's see. So I'm not really trying to go after like a 3-corner box. Just going after, I don't know, what looks nice. Hey, there we go. That's a nice curve around there. Okay. So I can play with that curve a little bit more. Okay. So I'm watching the ghosting on the opposite side of the piece from where I'm at. So it's easier to see. My cut's happy. And maybe refine that curve a little bit more. That's really close. All right, let's go back to this side and see what that brings us. Now I've got to match the curve on this side to the curve on the other side. Kind of looking down over it now so I can see both curves at the same time. Still looking at the ghosting. Okay. So I think we're pretty close. I'm just going to refine this curve some more. And then I'll go back and do the other curve. And then we'll put this on another axis, I think. So the grain lines are actually adding to this design. That's pretty cool. I wasn't really thinking about that, but every little bit helps, right? Taking a peek, seeing where I can refine it. Trying to leave this point out here. Whoops, there we go. I'm out of the cut, had to start the cut over. Okay, so now those, they're close, not quite the same. There we go. So I'm going to leave this point here on the side. And now what I want to do, you know, I should have marked that before. That's all right. I think I might want to turn it this way now. And well, no, that'll knock all that away. Okay, let's think about this here. So I like the curve that's going around it here. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll put it right in the center of these and then turn it that way. Right? Talk to me. If I have it here. Sorry, I believe you were on this side. Nope, no, you weren't. There we go. Okay, let's see. This is kind of fun. This is kind of how I prefer to turn. Well, not every day, but a lot, because it's a wonderful meditative thing to do. So if I actually take this down a little bit more, then when I make the where am I going to put the lid? Let's see. Well, if I put it on the axis here, hey, the coyotes are back tonight. If I do that, it will change. All right, so I need to bring these wings down a little bit more because I'm going to turn it around and make the box as this is the top. Let's see, hold up. This is end grain. So I want end grain for the lid, which means I'm going to want, well, that's just the way it goes. I don't want an end grain lid and a side grain box, which means I would need to make the box along this axis or this axis. Let's do a little bit more work here first. Not quite the sweeping curve I was going for first time. Let's see. And this in. With that. Okay, that's a nice curve. So let me match that curve on this side. This end grain's not liking that much. Unfortunately, most of that should be turned away. Okay, so I need to match this curve over here. Trying to make sure that the lines are fairly straight. Yeah, that actually, let me see. I'm going to do a little bit right here. Which means I'll need to come across on the other side and do the same thing. This has to come in a little bit. I love working with sharp tools, man. Okay. Looks pretty good. All right, so I can have my box in here. What am I going to do about this stuff? I think it will be some spindle turning. All right, let's get the center of this dude. Ruler and punch would be nice. So this was a 2-inch piece. So make a mark there. Mark there. It's not trying to be very steady for me. I'm gonna grab a pencil here. Let's see, is that very sharp? No, but we can fix that. There we go. All right, so I'll make a mark there. Make a mark there. That's my 1 inch, which is halfway. Take it to the corner. And that is where I will set my point. Assuming I can see it. Whoops. Oh no! I am missing a knife. I have set it down. Okay. There we go. So that's that guy. Do the same thing on this side. Like it to be as centered as possible. Double checking myself there, make sure I didn't wander. This curve is throwing off my perspective of the line a little bit. Oops, I missed it. There we go. And I did get this one, which is the line. That's the line. This is difficult to see, so I'm concentrating and not talking a lot. Okay. So now I've got that. I think, I think I will probably carve. Actually, I can turn. No, I can't. I might carve lines in there. If I had it, this is Purple Heart, so it's a harder wood. I don't know that sandblasting. Not that I have one, but I don't know that sandblasting will help me here. So I think what I'm going to do is carve. Oops, don't get off the point there, boss. So looking at this along the ways, I can see actually that side is parallel. So I got right on there. That's nice. Let's make sure this dude is secure. It is not. And I think what I'm going to do, what sounds right to me, or rather, I don't know how to put that. What I'm hearing, I guess, is that this is going to be rounded off a bit. And we will do that. Spindle dash. How does that look? Oh, yeah, I should have thought of that. So I'm following this curve a little bit. So it's, yeah, that works out. Very cool. All right. I could probably benefit from having a lighter colored background behind this piece of purple heart. Let's see, I think I'll round it off maybe a little bit more. So I can see the ghosting a little bit easier. There we go. There, that's a nice arc. Ha! Funny, juxtaposing that one. So let's put this one on. I won't be able to get as close. I'll have to flip this guy around, but at least I can get. Get the curve started here. Flip it around and finish it on this side. So I need to bring it back just. Nope, that's actually pretty good. So let's flip it around. And finish off this curve on this side. Was that the center? Yep. Center it here. So I can't get close enough with that dry center. I guess I could take the tooth off, but this works. Let's make sure we're secure here. There we go. Hey now. Tailstock is not allowed to move. Okay. Oops. And that pretty much cleaned those up. So now we got the rounder ends. Let's see. I think I need to. Well, if I look at this, I think we can go ahead and work on the center part, hollowing out the box. Is this enough? That's a good question. How else do I want to do this? So if I have it this way, have all these cool curves and stuff in it. The box portion can take up a significant amount in the middle. And I can carve tiers, I guess would be the way to put it. Just carve into the end grain there. And there. I can sand those off. Alright, so I'm going to sand those off first. Let me mark my centers if I even can. Oh, I'm pretty sure I can. What am I looking for? For that guy. And a pencil. Okay. So if I go from that center there to that center there, that gives me a line here. Do the same thing on the reverse. That center to that center. Something like that. Oops. There we go. Whoop. Turn the pencil over, Dave. Hey, those lines actually match. How cool is that? Well, now that might be a little interesting, so what will I do? There is no guarantee that is going to be 90 degrees. But we can get a consensus line. Can't do it there. Can't do it there. So that's two consensus lines there. Now we'll take that center point to this center point on this side. Do a consensus line. I'm looking at the edge here compared to this line. It's more or less get it parallel. Flip around, get this center here to this center here. That's about right. And then I can do a consensus line here. This is a little trickier. That looks about right. So what do I do with the punch? I put it away. Let's grab the punch here. So these three lines converge right about there. These three lines converge right about there. Now if I measure, let's see, this will tell me how wide, and I've only got inch and 3/4 to work with if I'm going to use that as a lid, but I'm not now. 1.5 inches, so I will have, let's see, 1.5 inches will be a 3-inch. Can I go 1.5 inches this way? I can. So I will have a 3-inch box here. 1.5 inches is right to the edge to here. 1.5 inches. I have 1/8 of an inch, so I need to move this line over a little bit. What do I do with that? There it is. So that would put it where these two lines converge, not all three. And that would give me 1/8 of an inch there. It would give me 2 and 15, or 1 and 15 16ths. 1 and 15 right there. Okay, very good. So that's centered that way. Oh, we knew that was going to be all right. So now I think we're nicely centered. All right, so I am going to work on this line a little bit because that needs to be turned. So we'll do it off the front here on this side so I can actually get to it. Wait, think about this, Dave. Okay, no, that's not going to work because I needed to have it at this angle, and those points are now gone. So I'll just have to do some minor sanding there, which I will do right now. Let's take care of that. Whoops. So I just used this sander like an hour ago. I had put oil into it. So it's ready to go. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's going to turn on the air compressor. I haven't looked. I can't tell. Oh, it does look like the music's still playing, so that's a good thing. Now I'm really curious with my voice. I don't know. I can't remember. The compressor's drowned out and my voice still plays through, and how the music interplays with all that, I'll have to listen later. Okay, that's pretty good there. So I needed to get this guy. A lot of this I'm gonna sand by hand so that I can go ahead and carve it. I just need a good surface to start with. You know, nice, fairly smooth curve, so I don't have to work too hard to do this by hand. And this end grain is always going to be a little more difficult. But I think it's going to look really cool. Apparently, this piece wants to be close. So nice, man. We'll have a nice carve. And a purple heart box. And hopefully I can find more purple heart that will be big enough to make the lid out of, or some contrast in color. We'll find out. Time to change this stuff. And if I recall, my smaller discs are right over here. Alrighty then. You know what might be smarter? What might be smarter is if that car blows off with the Dremel. So I've got this little bit to sand. That way I'm not going to burn the wood too much. So let's grab a carving tool. That guy ought to do all right. Some oil into that guy. Oh, this is a different. Yep, can't use that one. Well, there's oil in it now. Can't use this one either then. I'm going to have to change some fittings on a couple of my air tools, apparently. All right, so Dremel it is. So let's get that guy over here. Oops. Move that around. There we go. Okay. So take that off. Need to take the housing off. I forgot. I need to buy an extension cable. The older one I've got, the collet locked up, so I couldn't undo it anymore, which is a bummer. Let's see. Let me grab a couple of bits here. Actually, just one. That's the one. So we tighten that a little bit. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? All right, I guess it's time to talk to Dremel about this tool. Really strange. Well, I guess no way around it. I'm going to burn some end grain. But I should be able to sand the burn marks away. We'll see. All right, that's a fairly smooth curve. Knock this also working on getting rid of the holes where live and dry centers are set. Got rid of that one. Let's refine this screw just a little bit. All right. Now we can go back to the sander here and work those corners a little bit, get the charred wood off there. This wood is hard enough that I just don't think that the sander would have taken this material off as anywhere near as fast without going through several discs. It's a disappointment about this Dremel though. That's kind of some really weird operation. Okay. I'm just gonna double check this. Pull out my phone, pull up my channel. It's unusual that I don't have somebody in chat with me on Tuesday. But I am in fact broadcasting. Okay, well that answers that question. All right. I'm going to work with the grain here. Went about halfway, come around the other side. This is a rounded edge, come around the other side and work the end grain from here towards the middle. And get this side knocked out. Trying to keep the disc moving slow enough that it doesn't also scorch the wood. Clean that up some. Let's come back over here. That curve a little bit smoother. Yeah, get rid of that burn mark. Double check this guy. Get as much done as I can while I've got, the ability to use power tools on a surface, or in this case, air tools. And maybe when I get it back between centers for the bowl turning bit of it. Let's knock that corner off and this corner off. Okay. All of that good. Put this bit away really quick. There we go. All right, how we doing on time here? 9 o'clock. All right, not bad. Okay, so now I know that that is the center that I want. It'd be easier to see it on this side, and that is the center that I want. Oop. Forgotten I had tightened that down. Okay, so this is the center that I want on this side. Oops, not that one. There we go. Come on, dig in. There you go. That should be good. Okay, let's see. How about, do I want to curve that over this way? That would make that curve over that way. Let's see. I kind of like this swoop. But that doesn't mean it absolutely has to stay. Let's see. Whoops. Just a little bit off. Oh, but it could be, yeah, because I didn't get to turn that away. Okay, that would be why that this wing is a little bit longer than this wing. So, I'll leave it as it is. We'll tackle that later. Or no. Let me see. I think I can get away with using this guy. It's all right. Let's flip that around. Don't need a super tight hold on that guy. Lock it down, Dave. I don't know how much it's going to help, but we'll find out. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. And that takes care of that. Which side do I want the bowl on? let's see. Well, that side, I think. Yep. So I got some, that seems to be a tad bit softer purple heartwood there. So I think I'll make this the bottom and this the top. Make sure that's secure. There we go. All right, what do I want to do here? I think what I'm going to do, maybe, let's see, what is that? Where does this guy land? Further in from there. So that would mean I'd need to come in this way, take that down. If I go directly into here and here, all right, before I do that, let's make this, let's make these two surfaces a little bit rounded, at least at all of these corners. Should have rounded these off just a bit. Rounded that off just a bit. I'm going to need the sander after this. Okay, so that one is rounded off. Now let's round off the back side. That clears. That clears. So I'll round this part of this off. I'm curious. Actually, it'll round all this stuff off. So okay, that is a pretty close match, so now I can sand these guys. Oh wait, I'm not going to sand them yet because I think I want to put, yeah I do, I think I want to put a cove in here. All that clears, yeah, okay. So we're going to put a cove right here in the middle. Just taking a little bit off at a time. Watching my curve as I go. I think that might be about right. I think I'll go, yeah, so that didn't quite make it to this side either. All right, so I think I'll go, no, I think I'll leave it. No, I won't. out good, I think. Not quite the same angle, so I'm going to adjust that. There we go. I don't know what just dropped off onto the floor. So apparently, I'm getting a little bit of vibration. That was the T-handle. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So now I can sand that bit off. I need my air hose. And we'll use this guy again. Deal with all these curves. A little bit easier since I've got it between fingers now and held my third hand, I guess. And what I will do is take a rat tail file. Look the insides here. Unless I grab the camera again, really trying hard not to torch the wood. What a bit there. Much easier to split the wood on the end grain on this apparently than it is the face grain. shape here with a file. This is fairly, this is 120 grit abrasive. But Purple Heart does not like a lot of heat. Okay, got that so far. Let's grab a file. Let's see, yeah, let's grab that rat tail file. But which one, Dave? How's about this guy? I think that'll be, maybe I want the bigger one. Okay. At least it's cleaning up fairly well with the file. And then hand sanding, I'll get a little some abrasive in there with a dowel rod, I imagine. Alright, so it was getting a little bit of vibration. This side is actually a cleaner cut than the other side. Not by much, but there was a little bit of vibration going on. And then this is the last guy. You know, I think it probably makes sense, since I have this between centers. Well, now I can get my finger in there and do it that way. That'll work. All right, let us now make the box. A little bit more work to do there. I guess that's a sign I should double check everything. Let's see. It's nice to have sharp files too, it turns out. A little bit more right there. Okay, so I can hand sand all the rest of this. I'll do a little carving, as I said, so I'll have to hand sand around that, which is just fine. Now I need to set my foot And since I decided that this was the top, let's cut the foot from this side. Make it a little bit easier. Now, I do believe that I'm going to have to run this on the grinder. Yep. So I need to freshen up my edge on my spindle gouge. I caught a little bit of the live center. There we go. Getting a wee bit too close and difficult to see the ghosting, the cuts. Make sure that it's not quite. There we go. Okay. And I think I want the foot to be right about there. Oh, we're going to run out of tool rest there if I'm not careful. Make sure I'm a little tall. Actually, see, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sink it in a little bit because I need a place to hold on to hollow the inside. So, take this guy. Is that deep enough? Not quite. Is that deep enough? Gives me mostly a full circle. That'll still be alright. Need to go a little bit deeper. That should be fine. So when I want to make a straight cut with a spindle gouge, straight in one direction or whatever that is, when I set it up, it's really no different than setting up, because this, I always still have my thumb on where my end point is going to be, but my end point is actually going to be right there, because I start high and then I'll just bring the handle straight up this way, at about, I don't know, anywhere between 30 and a 45-degree angle, kind of going this way. That keeps that bevel, and that bevel is there to help me to know which direction tool wants to cut the best. So that keeps that bevel straight and true all the way, and it allows me to get a flat cut all the way across. And we can check that with, grab a plastic card here. There we go. Grab this little credit card size piece. And if I do this and shine light behind it, I know that I need to come this way a little bit. But that is almost flat. So I need to come this way a bit, and how I'm going to do that is with a skew. Let's grab this guy. No, not that guy, this guy. Yes, this guy. So I need to bring my tool rest up a bit. So I have a negative rake scraper here, and I just need to make a little contact down here. Now this negative rake scraper is not flat and straight. It's got a very, very, very small radius curve across it. The center point is the furthest out. It's got a little bit of curve that way, a little bit of curve that way. Now if that's straightened out, I can pick up where the curve would catch over here with my bevel on my spindle gouge and just carry that bevel all the way across. Now if I check again, that should be flat. That is flat. So I can see light coming from back here. I can't see light coming from back there right now. I had a little bit right close to the center. So this nub now I can sand off, but this whole thing now I can hold in a chuck. To be able to get to the other side. Can I get any closer in there with the, nope, I'm just gonna have to just sand her off. Okay. So we'll sand that off now. All right, let's double check before I do that. I think I need to refine these curves a little bit more before I take that center point out. Once that center point is gone, I haven't given myself a way to hold on to the piece from the other side. So once that is gone, I won't be able to hold it again. So I'm going to do this. Now let's take this out of the tool. As a pull cut. Safe cut to make without a handle. I'm focusing all of my attention on the point right up in here. So that's all that's making contact with the wood. It's coming over that cutting edge and into the flute and out. So the majority of the mass of this tool is behind just that point. So it's a very safe cut to make. I'm not taking big chunks off. In fact, I don't want to. I'm going to clean up my foot a little bit. And as much as I hate to go this way, this is against the grain. You'll get it cleaned up with that. So, right up in that corner. Now, this is something that I'm able to do because of lots of practice. If you don't feel comfortable with it, don't just jump into it. Oh, you know, this would be a perfect. Oh, and that's why I'm not cutting the way I want to. Because I'm up too high. This would be a perfect use for a negative rate scraper with the lightly radiused edge. Taking off a little bit of end grain and a little bit of face grain. See how that looks? Pretty good, but I'm not catching that for some reason. Very, very light touch. Not trying to hog anything off. Just trying to clean up that curve. There we go. I can sand the rest of that. Alright, nice. Just a little bit I can sand off. Okay. So that curve is fairly well taken care of. Now I can run my sander again. Put the guy away. That was the T-handle. I'm going to grab that T-handle so it doesn't get buried by shavings before I not lose sight of it. Let's set that back here. Okay, so I need the sander again. Might need to change the abrasive here shortly. So I will just grab one to have it ready. Yep, says A120 on the back of it. Airline. Looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Let's do this. Almost got it. Trying to keep the sander running at a slow speed here. Just take off a little bit of material and not squeeze the wood. So it just means I gotta go little by little, which is alright with me. Bouncing on my tools around with your hose. There we go. Switched a little bit there. This Purple Heart and Red Heart is kind of the same way. really sensitive to heat. And I have seen in purple heat and sanding will change color. Eventually, I understand that, it's my understanding, I guess, that all purple heart will eventually, just like red heart, will eventually take on a brown color. But heat and sanding will also make it turn brown. Sometimes it will even deepen the purple color. I haven't seen that as often as I have seen it sanding and scorching it, making it turn brown. Again, my experience is that purple heart, red heart, they are very sensitive to changes in heat. Got rid of that scorch mark. Okay. I think I'm all set here. Too fast. Okay. Hey, get back here. I'm throwing things, not intentionally. There we go. That guy up there. Oh, I forgot. Whoops. I gotta get rid of that. So, let's bring this guy back into play. There, it's made it go darker purple. Certainly have something to do with it. Unfortunately, I cannot stand this grain all the way around. Because I'm in a depression here. Slow down. And by depression, I mean that, all this is sunk down now. A little bit more if we can just a little bit, there we go. A little bit of a raised spot right there. Okay. Put that away for now. Get this guy out of here. And bring up the chalk. Guess I don't need my live center any longer. Let's use this guy. knock that out. Okay. And I should be able to use my Vic Mark chuck. And the T-handle that I was smart enough to pick up off the floor already. So I need to look at this because I want to have the place that I don't really have a hold in between jaws as much as I can get it. I got a hold, a little bit of a hold there, but not really anything there, so that'll work. Just make sure it's centered. And I've got quite a bit of mass on the outside of where the jaws are pushing against, so I can kind of crank it open a little bit more than I normally would, because I got the mass of that wood to support it. So I'm going to have to adjust this guy. That's about right. And I can get rid of these two tools for now. So that I can move my tailstock further back and get room for my tool handle to swing. I think in this case, I'm going to use a spindle gouge to get my depth down. And I'm going to grab the 1/2 inch. Getting a little bit of vibration because the hardness of this wood on that 3/8 inch spindle gouge. Let's check our depth. It's right there. So I'm about halfway down. Go a little bit deeper. Let's open this guy up a little bit. Okay, that is there. Curious, I think I need to put another edge on this. So I'm going to do that real quick. I need to run this in the grinder. 8. Smashed my finger a little bit. Oh. That about right? Nope. Just about there. One more go around here, I think. Yeah. That should be straight. That should be straight, but that is not straight. Kind of hard to do this without the light that I need. Almost right. Also might be a little bit easier if I took it out of this really heavy handle. Yeah, that should do. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, so I need to get as close. Oops, that is as close as I can get. So how about if I do that? Can't tell if it's making, yep, it is making contact. Okay, and I am tabbed it below center. That should be all right. That is depth now. Let's see, where can I get light from? Nope, that'll just have to be it. do it by feel. Yeah, go a little bit further in there. Just for funsies though, let's grab pencil. So yeah, I got a little bit ways I can still go. You know, I think I'll leave that as it is. Now let's work on the diameter of this guy and how I'm going to work the top of this. Now, let's see. It's funny, I'm still a little bit below center. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. So this is going to get turned away. Actually, I'm going to turn on the other camera over here. Wrong one. There it is. So this bead's going to get turned away. I just wanted to see what it would look like. Let's grab the box scraper. Should be good enough for depth for a lid. Okay. Yes, I think I like that. Probably don't need that much of a shelf. And do I want to throw one more bead on there? I think I do not. So we're going to leave it with what we have. Make this bead a little bit smaller. And basically I just kept this bead in a little bit less than half. How does that look to me? Should I go a little deeper? Yeah, I think I will. And that curve should look very nice. That bead is nice and defined. Since I have it on the chuck jaws, I can do a little bit of sanding on the bead itself. Fortunately, that's all I have to do is a little bit. Now we have to sand by hand. Yeah, there won't be much to do. Okay. How does this look? There we go. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Okay, groovy. So I'll have a little bit of carving and sanding to do off the lathe. And I think I'll be able to use, hopefully, a little carving stand utility thing that I got through Mike Mahoney. So that I can have the piece upright. Okay, so lots of sanding and carving to go. That'll do off the lathe. Let's straighten this stuff up here. Let me see what I do with that pencil. That's the center. And that gives me that much depth. I think I can take it down just a wee bit more. Nope, I don't need that. Don't need this 8.5-inch spindle gouge now. But I am looking for a negative rake round nose scraper. I'm going to put a fresh burr on it. And you know what? I am going to grab a flashlight real quick. I'll be right back. To the front of the lathe, I need to wander into the house and grab this flashlight right here. It's already pretty clean, which is a bonus. Okay, set those aside. What do I do with that guy? Put him over here. Probably need to raise the tool rest. No, I'm still less than 90 degrees. I believe I left a bit of a, no, okay. Thought I might have left a bit of a, no, yep, just the tiniest bit of a nub in there. Light cut, and that should, yep, took care of it right away. And left me a nice finish in there. Very, very cool. I'm going to turn my negative rake scraper up on edge to get a more sheer cut. And a very, very, very light cut. Get more of that. More of that burr in contact. You see, I got just the tiniest bit of a nub there. There we go. Nope, I got a little bit vibration from my hand apparently. There we go. There we go. All right, groovy. So let's get this guy out of the chuck. What do I do with the T-handle? There it is. And now I'm on the search for lid material. Once this is sanded up and all that groovy stuff, shined up, it'll look really, really cool, I think. After, like I said, a little bit of carving, I'm going to create layers or tiers into the side from both sides where the middle flows down from either side. I'll do tiers up to that center point and up to that center point. Keep working that way around. So expose more of that end grain, and I may actually even follow. Oh, you're not seeing that on the camera. Sorry about that. Wait for the camera to catch up. The internet lag. Okay, so I may even just carve along the rings here. I would love to be able to do that with like a sandblaster, but I don't think it would work really well with Purple Heart, and I don't have one. So I'm going to carve along those lines to give it texture. In fact, if I follow these lines all the way around, have a straight, yeah, that'll look pretty cool, I think. Carving those in there, that'll look really nice. Be interesting to follow those lines and see how that works out. All right, so that is the main box. Time for lid. So this will clearly not work. So let me see what I got over here on the spares pile here. Let's see, what have I got? No Purple Heart there. No Purple Heart there. Let's look in here. Nope, won't be there. Oh, did that work? That's not Purple Heart. That is. Ooh, okay, cool. Good shot. And then I should have a piece of Purple Heart pen blank that I can make the finial out of. Okay, so we're centered here. Not centered there at the moment, but we can be. How wide will this open? Probably not wide enough for this guy. Nope. Okay, so we'll take this guy out. Or off. And I will need my live and drive centers again. Don't need the box scraper. And get put away. No longer need this guy either, but I'll set it aside over there. All right. Reaching in the wrong pocket because I left the other knife upstairs. I'll get rid of this nub. And find my center. grab my center finder. Why are you not making contact? There you go. Hey, this one might actually work out where everything lines up. I'll be dog, sure does. One of the rare times I've had all four lines meet in the middle. Very rare. All right. Now, what I'm going to do first, let's get rid of this flashlight. I'm going to give myself, let me check this against the space where the lid's going to be. That would be too small. Doesn't really matter at this point. Where the top is. I think I'll make this the top surface of the lid. So I'm going to give myself, that's about right, something for the chuck to hold on to. So I can flip this dude around. There we go. That should be perfect. Now we're going to size the lid. Okay. And I get to do it in, I don't have to do it in expansion mode. I will have to do it in expansion mode when I get to the inside here so I can turn it around and finish the top. And this is, no, let's use the calipers here. Hey, let's go with orange. So almost 2 7/8. So we'll call it 2 and 13 would be too small. So we'll get down to 2 7/8. And then fine tune it from there. Whoops, I forgot to grab this guy. So 2 7/8 would be 1 7/16. That's half. Right about there. these little gnats coming from, man? Isn't this October? Like, what the heck are these? You know, it's been a crazy year. I finally saw one mosquito. I couldn't swear like it wasn't a engineered or GMO mosquito or whatever, but only one. And it was in my bathtub a couple days ago. It's the only one I've seen all year. I've seen ticks. I have not seen butterflies. The bees are doing all right. I've seen wasps. I mean, you know, all these insect species, worms, grubs, I'm not seeing them. And I mean, what is that doing to, that's too high, the food chain? Where the hell are they going? Is it all that stuff that they're spraying in the air? I mean, it's gotta be. And like, it's not being reported. Nobody's talking about it. It's like, I'm not the only one that is seeing disappearances of, I mean, not just insects. I've seen no monarch butterflies this year. Not a single one. Oh, sorry. Scratch that. I've seen one monarch butterfly all year. Not really seeing moths. Seen lots of stink bugs though. It's just really weird, man. Something is not right. And I'm curious if anybody else out there is seeing the same thing. Dave, we're here. We were at a concert, says TC Schmo. Well, welcome, man. How's it going? How was the concert? What was the concert? Let's see, I need to fine tune this dude. So I'm going to take very small cuts. To fit this dude. Still got some to go. I don't want to use a parting tool because this is almost, I mean, I got end grain, side grain, end grain. I really don't want to use a parting tool for that. If it was all face grain, that would be a different story. But yeah, I mean, if everything was spindle oriented, then I would be more comfortable using a parting tool to sneak up on the sides. But I need to be able to cut through the end grain and not fuzz it up. So that means another tool. In this case, spindle couch. Oh man, that is really close. So very close. Let's see if I round. Oh. So I've got just a little bit of a taper to my rib. Rib tendon. So round that corner off. Look at that. Okay. I'm so tempted to use, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Really tempted to use this. Hopefully this won't booger things up. We'll find out real shortly. I've got a nice burr on this guy. And hopefully I can get away with this. I'm really messing things up. Yeah, dang it. A little bit of tear out, but it is on the tenon, so hopefully it won't be so much of an issue. Too low, too high, too low. So you don't need a death grip on your tools. It should not be a white knuckle ride turning. It should not be a white knuckle ride. Check with that. Oh, just a bit too tight. Just a bit. What do we get there? Okay, I don't want an extreme friction fit, so that's still too tight. I think what I would work is a little bit of a taper on that guy. Still too tight. So just sneaking up on it. So, who'd you guys go see in the concert? And where? Okay, there we go. That'll do. That'll do. Yep, that's the fit I want. Okay, so now let's move the elbow poker guy. I'm doing on time. Okay. Let's see, I don't have a lot. Grab my box scraper. Which means this has got to come up a little bit. That works. Myself a little bit of a hold there. Is that enough? That is not quite enough. That should do. Nice sharp skew, gotta love that. Oops, also don't need that going. Excuse me. Golly, excuse me. Hate it when that happens. Choking on my own saliva. Touch there. Gives me a very nice surface. Now I can get an expansion hold in there and I can finish the lid. Assuming, of course, that I can find the T-handle. Now, can I use this guy? Oh, so close. That's all right. I've got enough that I can use the other chuck with it. Where are you, other chuck? Are you buried? Or did you fall down and go boom? You might have fallen down and gone boom. Yep, sure did. Okay, get the other key. Ooh, I don't get much of a hold on this guy. Or much expansion. I don't want to split this. Okay. Oh my, I was not expecting that. So got a little bit of tear out. Right in there. So this lid is not going to do me any good. That is a bummer. So all of that end grain just popped right out. That's a drag because that was a perfect fit. All right, so we're looking for another piece of timber. That's a drag, man. Okay, how about, let's see what we have available. Let's see. Ooh, I think I got some Coca-Cola. That might work. I do have some Red Heart. That might work. If they're big enough pieces, we'll find out. Now, what is this guy? That's more Coca-Cola, but it looks like walnut, I think. Yep. Okay, so no walnut. And if these don't work, I think I've got what I want is a darker piece of wood. These are both Coca-Cola. That's pretty close. Ah, come on. This is why it's nice to have multiple chucks. Should fit in this guy. Sam Pico and Alex Kuban at Alluvion. I'll have to look those names up. They do not sound familiar to me. That's a little bit thicker. Will it be darker? Oh, this is Red Heart. Red Heart, oh, no. I'm going to go with, this is Paduke, so I'm going with Paduke. So since this is a little bit bigger, nope, that won't work either. I'm going to get a little bit of a spacer here, in theory. Like maybe that guy. Nope. Too thick. Well, I guess I'm not. Okay. Sorry for the throat clearing. That's what happens when I choke on my own spit. It's annoying. There. Okay. So we will just work with this for now. I'd really like to have it further out. Oh, how about if I do it this way? Where'd it go? Where did you go? All right, we don't know, so we will grab not this guy, not this guy, this guy. Couple of sheets of abrasive to give me a little more space. Let's see, I need my center point. And then from there, I need 1 7/16. Good Lord, that's hard to see. I am not going to get 1 7/16 on that. Yep, that'll be too small. Doggone it. All right, moving on to the next one. So the other one will be too small as well, so I need a larger piece than this. Well, let's see, something contrasting. Don't want to use cherry. Maybe maple? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, nope, not that one. I thought I had a larger piece of chestnut. That would be cool. But I got a piece of spalted maple I'll use instead. Now, I doubt this will hold this, but let's find out. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, so since the center of the tree is here, this is going to be my tenon that fits into the box. Since the rings are going this way, I want this to be the top, so that any kind of movement the lid may or may not, the lid may do. Will be to keep it on that plane, I'm thinking. Just kind of creating something today, man. All right, let's fit this guy. In fact, give myself a little bit more room to work here. Okay. So I have to go down to that diameter of this. Okay, a little bit too tight. Still a wee bit too tight. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Now let's work the inside of this dude so I can have, actually I can just leave it that way and get a compression grip on it as opposed to an expansion grip. Expansion holds are my least favorite. I think they are really the least secure because they're entirely dependent on the strength of the wood, or whatever material it is you're using. Much more so than a compression hold. Much more so than a compression hold. As long as I've got enough material for a compression hold, I feel they're much more secure, and they're not trying to split the piece open. Oh, that's a very nice. That left me a very nice surface. Get rid of that guy. So how far does this fit in? All the way. Well, then that will be a little tricky, won't it? Let's see. If I have that open, I really need that all the way out there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What am I going to do here? Let's see. Let's get rid of this mass. Okay. So any marks in here will be all right because they will be covered up by... Actually, let's see how this just sits on there. Nice. As much as I hate to say it, I think I may have to go for an expansion hole. I really hate to say that. But, all right, here we go. I'm going to create one. Not the right tooth hold there. There we go. Okay. That should be enough of a hole there. Let's clean that up a bit. Clean that up a bit. Sample this edge. Now I have an expansion hole. It won't work in there. So I need to make that a little bit deeper. Is that really true? Yes. Wrong tool. Let's grab these, put that guy away. Just further down, stop there. Feed up with my skew. Get that nice crisp corner in there. And then, since I had to take that deeper, I'm going to make my lid a little bit deeper on the inside. So, Schmo, Miriam Pico, and Alex Cuban. What genre of music? Jazz or? They don't sound like they rock and roll. I don't remember them. The names are not familiar to me, unfortunately. Okay. So that's my depth there, which means my depth is right. That's the inside. Yep. So that's my inside depth, so I need to have that much space above it, give or take. Latin, folk, jazz, pop. Cool, man. All right. I could dig that. I know what you're doing. You're pretending to be connected so that I won't pay attention, and then you can spin off. I'm not going to fall for it this time. Ugh, man, I do not like that at all. Do not like that at all. That's interesting. Had something stuck in the groove there. Throwing it off kilter. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of glue work with this guy because this expansion hole is kind of sort of splitting some rings there. I'm hoping that this survives. If not, well, I'm going for another piece. So that should be my top. Let me check the pencil lines here. Yep. Okay. Excuse me. Alrighty then, let's see. Oh, if I get this finished first, I can put it back into compression. Alright. Well, let's do that. Now I can sand. I was going to come off anyway. Uh-oh. That was a little too tight. I got to pry it out. All right, so I'm going to run a little bit of abrasive on this outside edge here. Where's the key? Where's the key? fine tune the fit a little bit more. It's a little too tight. Squeak. There we go. That's what I want. Perfect. Come here. Well, now it seems that I am pretty much probably stuck with some light on this dude. So that was the inside. This is where I want it on the outside. Ah, man, I hate doing this. Oh well. I'm just not a fan of expansion holes. I'll probably say that again. Okay, now that I've got those defined a little bit better, I'm going to grab the thin CA glue here real quick. And I will put a little bit here. And a little bit right here. Take it out of expansion mode. Set that. Oh my gosh, where did that come from? Oh. Apparently I have Madonna in my head. Last night I dreamed of San Pedro. What the heck is going on with me? Okay. Give me a little bit more security there, I hope. Squeak! All right. Good golly. Phlegm for days. I hate it when I choke on my own saliva. So that guy is right there. And I want that. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I think I'll keep that. So, We'll just accentuate that. Oh, you know what? I think it would help if I had it straight. And I need to be on my center line, which I am not. That should be good. Yep. That's that line. Turn that into a bead. That's that line. Turn that into a bead. And roll that guy over just like that. Bead below the surface there. Now if I keep, actually I can keep that. Well, that's going to mean that I'm going to really need to have let's see, let's take some of that off. I don't want just the just the tenon to be the main thing that's holding all that together. So I need to redefine this line. Let's go here and here. And leave that the way it is. I need to clean that up just a tad. No idea what I'm turning at. 600. Hopefully this will look pretty groovy being sculpted and all that. Now I need to drill my hole. How does that look? I think I need to do a little bit more of this stuff. There we go. Now I can drill my hole, but I want to double check my depth here. With the pencils I just put away. Oh, I should fill. No, that should be all right. I think I will wind up. Yep, I need to put some glue here. So I'll do that over here off camera. If I had black, that would be pretty groovy, but I don't. But if I can fill that in with sawdust a little bit later, that'll give me that continuous black line. It's already there, but that's kind of where it's trying to split, is along that ring right there. So far so good though. Ah, beetle damage. Did not see that. Oh, let's get rid of that beetle dust so we can see that better. That's a neat little feature, adding feature there. Yeah. And that breaks up my turned design. So it adds to the design, I think. And then this guy is also a beetle hole. Cool, man. Extra features. Doesn't go all the way through, but it's deep. Okay. That'll do for those. So now I need to drill my hole for my tenon. So I'm putting these cracks, in theory anyway, yep, they both are, on the outside of a jaw as opposed to between jaws. So it's not as much trying to force it apart as it would be here between the jaws trying to force it apart. Okay, we can get rid of these guys. I did put away my skew. Everything is clear. Okay, so I've got my center set. I should have done this before I put it back on, but of course I did not. I need to measure that thickness so I know how far in I can drill. Come on, I need some light. So there is the inside of the bottom. So that means I've got, geez, man, 3/8, almost half an inch. It is half an inch. All right, cool. So I can get a pretty good sized tenon in there, pretty long tenon in there, and then gluing the base down. You see the line there, though it's trying to. Oh, that's a different split. That's a different ring. The little base of the finial will help hold some of that together and hold the give strength to the handle. Not that it's not a tight fit, which I don't want anyway. I appear to be struggling. Okay, so let's drill that hole. Now I know what my depth is. Just enough to keep it on there. And I am torn here. Let me think. I think I will. I think I'll do a 3/8 inch hole. Well, that'd still be a lot more. It'd still be a lot of surface area. Okay, so not 3/8. We'll go for 1/4 inch. Assuming, of course, that I've got a 1/4 inch that doesn't have. I got 5/16, but it's got that brad point on it that I don't want to use. There's a 1/4 that doesn't have it. Take a bit of a shortcut. It's not running through. Why not? There's something stuck in the ridge here. I just not have it set right. Doing my best not. Yeah, damn it. I've opened that up just a little bit. I'm doing my best not to do that. There we go. Now we're running through. Nope, that's not going to work. far as I want to go. What the heck, folks? Come on. My drawer won't close. All right. Now I need my 1/4-inch skew real quick. Clean up that inside corner. There we go. That's a pretty square hole. Now I just need to turn the finial, and we are right at 11 o'clock. So I will turn the finial, not this evening. It was nice to be able to get back into, like I said, it's been 6 days since I've been able to turn. I spent most of that time putting finish on projects I've turned in the last 2 weeks. That's always important time to spend. But this is kind of what I like to do when I'm away from the lathe for a couple of days, whatever. I like to just throw something on there and see what comes of it, get my feet wet again. So I think, there's going to be a lot of carbon on this guy. Oh, can you see that? Oh, yeah. Okay, forget. I keep forgetting that I've got more than one camera angle here. Let's get rid of this light. No, it's wrong way. Wrong way, Dick. What in the world? There we go. Wait for the lag to catch up. So all these little curves turned on the lathe. There's a couple folks so TC Schmo and Wiley Smiley Kylie, you'll be able to catch the replay if you're into it. I think that actually it's a nice contrast now with a Purple Heart finial. That'll look pretty cool. So got a lot of carbon to do on this guy, but I do like the general idea of the box. It was fun just to throw that piece up there. Oh yeah. And this is actually the piece, Joe, that you gave me. I thought about doing a bowl out of it, but yeah, not today. So it's going to be a little box, clearly. I'm curious how long it's going to take me to carve all that stuff. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Oh, goodness. All right, throw this back up here. So this is essentially the time of the evening that I usually stop turning. I run from 8 to 11. Just depends on what I got. If I'm close to finishing something, I might keep going, or it's a project, whatever. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I go to midnight or longer. Tonight it's 11 o'clock. So thanks for joining me. If you missed any of it, if you are a late arrival, the entire recording will be put on my YouTube channel so you can catch what you missed. My name is Dave. I'm a woodturner. I started this channel, as I said in the beginning, to become a better teacher and a better demonstrator. I want to be able to work with all levels of turners to help them become better turners, improve their tool handling skills, efficiency, things like that. At the same time, it helps me become a better turner because as I'm going through this and explaining, more of that gets cemented in my head. So it's a give and take relationship, and I really enjoy it. And I thank you for tuning in this evening. If you have any questions or comments, always remember this is live and interactive. And you can put things in chat. I do pay attention to chat. I hope that I will see you tomorrow evening. If not, next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. I stream at the moment every Tuesday and Wednesday from 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, whichever one you want to use. They're both the same time zone. Why they're called two different things, I don't know, but hey, it's both the same time zone. So, having said all that, I will show this box once the carving is all done. I'm going to turn the finial tomorrow. I'll probably start carving on this tomorrow. We'll see. It won't be done by tomorrow evening, but well, who knows? Maybe it will be. But that is not my expectation. Come on. Get that lid out of there. See, I got just a touch of sanding I'd like to do on one of these rings. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you all stay friendly. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I do hope, and I'm sure you did, but I do hope that Wiley Smiley Kylie and TC Schmo, that you enjoyed the concert. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys soonly, man. Take care.